Ever since I was a kid, I was a huge Pokemon fan. But the height of my interest was absolutely Generation 4, Diamond and Pearl. I was a fan of the anime, the movies, I collected so many cards, and so many toys. But I was actually never able to play the game. I had a PlayStation Portable and my sister had a DS, so I was actually unable to play any of the DS generation of games. Truth is, I'm too young to really remember if I played any of the Game Boy games. I know I had one, but I don't know if I had Pokemon games for it. I only know a few things about Generation 4. All I know is this: Cynthia is hot and strong, Turtwig is awesome, Dialga, also awesome, Luxray, also awesome. So while many people were frustrated with Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, this was the game for me. I finally got to explore the Sinnoh region in all of its glory. If you want to watch the whole playthrough, however, it's all up on my second channel. I'll link it here, and again at the end of the video. I know, I'm a shill. With some of the most blood-pumping battles and some of the strangest moments, this was my first playthrough of Diamond and Pearl.
You're just a kid on a quest to be the best of the best. Someday you're destined for power and glory. You know you're up to the test. There's only one way to tell this story. Be a hero, be a hero. All the power is at your command. Face your fears and show you're a hero. The future of the world is in your hands.
As we start the game, we're greeted by the professor, who has a weird message for us. At times we play together, we work together, we love together, and we have babies together. Did you know that Vaporeon... Honestly, that seems like pretty useful information for the future. After all the introduction, blah 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 stuff, we meet up with our childhood friend, Herobrine. Yes, the Herobrine. Rusty, Herobrine came calling for you a little while ago. I don't know what it was about, but he said it was an emergency. Oh god, our diamonds have been stolen. You're off to hang with Herobrine again, right? You two sure are tight. Yeah, me and Herobrine go ways back, all the way to Minecraft beta. We go to the lake and find a briefcase left by Professor Rowan. Immediately, we're attacked by wild Starlies, and we pick our partner, Turtwig. I knew I'd pick Turtwig even before the game's pre-orders were released, so there was really no question here, and we easily got rid of the attacking Starlies. Lucas catches us with these presumably stolen Pokemon and rushes to get the professor, while Herobrine is already calling it his... Pokemon got hurt from that battle. What, you're keeping it? Did we just Team Rocket Pokemon? Is he used to stealing Pokemon or something? This was pretty nonchalant for him. Well, I guess it didn't matter anyways, because Rowan was super chill with the fact that we stole his Pokemon, no questions asked, and they became our partners. Either way, I have my eyes on you, Herobrine. First my diamonds, now people's Pokemon. I'm sensing a pattern here. One town later, we meet up with Rowan again, and he loads us up with a Pokédex, some other necessities, and we get to nickname our Pokemon. Turtwig is now known as Bonsai, and after that we head on our way. Our first catch is a Starly. While I love Starly, it wasn't the Pokemon I wanted on our team. Our second catch, and first added to our team, was a Shinx, who we named Lulu. I ran into Herobrine again, who added a Starly to his team, though it was an easy-fought victory and we moved forward. When I made it to the gym, Herobrine was once again there, and told me that I had just missed the leader, and to find him, I had to go to the mines. Little did I know, I'd actually be finding myself in those mines. Literally. And I had a Machop. Oh shit, it's me! Well, me would use a very different Pokemon. I'm a coal miner in the Pokemon world. That's unfortunate. I bet there's a guy named Rusty who's more important, though. Not a huge fan of these turn of events. Defeated Mason. I defeated me. After defeating myself, I stumbled into Roark, who told us to backtrack our way to the gym. There we caught Zubat, another, might I mention, temporary member to our team. The battle with Roark was an easy one. We took no damage the entire time and one-shot the whole gym, except for Onix, though that was just an easy 2-tap thanks to Bonsai's grass-type attacks. Bitch got his ass handed to him so many times. You know, after this battle, I was feeling pretty good. We got through the gym quick and easy, but let's just say this was the start of a very humbling experience. Though who cares for now, I was on top of the rocky world! On our way to the next city, I teamed up with Lucas to fight 2 businessmen, or so they claimed, but really they were just Team Galactic grunts. We wiped the floor with them, Zubat v Zubat. It was pretty cool, actually. Team Galactic is one of those other things that I knew about going in. For the most part, I know the characters, but not the plot surrounding the game itself. For a while, things were going pretty well, until we stumbled into a trainer who... Oh, she's pretty. Sorry. I promised that won't happen again. After a few more trainer battles, Lulu evolved, quickly taking its place as the ace of my team. Though that's not really a surprise, considering it's my second favorite Pokemon and all. I ran into another Pokemon I really wanted at the Valley Windworks, a Pachirisu named Zeus. With my team of a bat, a bird, a turtle, and 2 electric mammals, we took down Team Galactic again. I heard the battle with Mars was tough, but we took her down with ease. I really don't get how people could call this the hardest Pokemon game. Knowing this, however, my pride and confidence had skyrocketed even higher. My pride wasn't the only thing to evolve from this battle, so did Bonsai. Remember how I said I wasn't gonna simp again? Well... Oh, try using these. They should help you on your way. Thanks, Cynthia. I'll do anything for you. I mean, haha. We made it to the next gym where we battled Gardenia, the grass-type gym leader. Remembering that Zubat was on our team, we taught him Pluck and made quick work of the gym. Before that happened, I was caught off guard and... Oh. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. I'm not a simp. I'm not... Anyways, we made our way to Gardenia, and things were mostly good except the amount of time she used potions on her Turtwig. Thanks to Zubat and Bonsai, however, we got the badge and moved forward with our adventure. As we would do anything for Cynthia, we took down a Team Galactic tower where we learned not even their own members know why they're here or what they're doing. Honestly, I feel that on a personal level, because I too am doing Cynthia's bidding without question, and I always will. Anyways, we crushed Jupiter with no issues thanks to Zeus. I met again with Rowan's assistant and got a rare candy. He asked me if I forgot him, and... I did. It was a very awkward meeting. But who am I to say no to getting random candy from a guy I can barely remember? Thanks to a few more trainers, Zubat evolved into a Golbat. Unfortunate! Let's go! Awkward teenage phase. We found our way to the Grand Underground and stumbled into... We stumbled into an Absol? It was a hard catch, but we got it, and his name was Tokoyami. Look, I was watching My Hero Academia with my roommate at the time, so that's where the name came from, okay? But I don't regret the name choice, okay? It's pretty cool. Continuing in the Grand Underground, we hunted some fossils and found Cranidos. Unfortunately, we were on the hunt for a Shieldon, so this didn't matter that much to us. Then we ran into Cyrus, who was mumbling to himself. Wonder if him being fucking insane is part of his character? Surely not. It seemed our team was becoming pretty filled out, consisting of Lulu, Bonsai, Tokoyami, Zeus, and Golbat. We kept bonding with Golbat actually, so we decided we wanted him to evolve into a Crobat and then become a permanent member of our team. We officially named him Crow with a Q, like this silver-haired fox right here. This also left us with just one spot left for our team, and I knew exactly who I wanted for our team. Well, actually, there were 2 options. Vaporeon or Shieldon. Whichever came first, I was totally happy to add, but for now, the slot would remain temporarily filled with Aralts. And then an egg, and a bunch of other stuff I really don't remember. We run into Herobrine again and snipe his team with Tokoyami's help, already proving its strength and potential. This really is going to be a great Pokemon for our team. After even more training, Lulu evolves again into a Luxray, and Bonsai evolves into a Torterra. Our team's looking pretty powerful and fucking awesome. My confidence is just beyond the clouds. Like, it's out in space at this point. We make our way to the next gym and take on Mylene, the fighting type leader. Normally we have fairies on the team to deal with these type of things, but for the first time ever we didn't. So instead we just sweeped with Crow and Bonsai, and once again there was no problem for us. Not even able to catch our breath, Lucas asked for our aid to get back his stolen Pokédex from Team Galactic. But before that, we were hit with some devastating news. It turns out Vaporeon isn't available till the post-game, and Shieldon is a Pearl exclusive. My plans were ruined. They would have been great members to add to our team. We had so many agile and fast, less tanky Pokemon besides Bonsai. With 2 electric types, it'd be nice to have something a bit more varied on our team as well. But it wouldn't be the worst news we faced. We decided that our backup plan would be adding a Metagross when we find one. Which, yes, I did confirm before that we can find one before the postgame. I just don't know when. So yeah, I'm sure that'll work out. It's not like the rates are crazy low or whatever. I ended up helping Lucas in getting his dex back, so as a reward for my nice deeds, I'm reminded of what could have been. Oh, rub it in my face, why don't you? Fuck off, bro. But surely the game wouldn't rub it in my face again. There it fucking is! No! I fucking hate this game. I've learned that I shouldn't talk anymore. Anyways, after fawning over some gilfs, yes, gilfs, most attractive old couple ever. Jesus. Wow, they're both attractive. That's unfortunate for me to say, but you know, it's the truth. We make our way to the next gym, which is a water gym, and I forgot what the person's name was, and I refused to go and look again. Thanks to Lulu, Zeus, and Bonsai, we have more than enough coverage to take out this gym with the snap of our fingers. After we left the gym, we stumbled into the world's least discreet criminal, and then we pestered him, and then we followed him all the way to the lake. Or that's what we were going to do, till Herobrine meets up with us to duke it out again. We completely floored him. We beat the 4th gym, and he hasn't evolved Starly? What? How is this the world's hardest Pokemon game? With that fact, of course, I'm riding pretty high, as it hits us that we are already halfway through the gyms with no sign of slowing down, because we're kicking ass. We end up catching up with the Grown at the lake, and we take him down, and then he runs off with his Pokeballs between his legs. But hey, wasn't all useless. Cynthia was here again. Oh, Luxray, play it cool, okay? When we walk up to her, tell her, like, that I own a Lamborghini, okay? And I'm really, like, chill about it, like, so, like, I'm not in her face, so, like, I'm not the one bringing it up, right? So, like, and you're like, oh, thank you for bringing me to the hospital yesterday in your Lamborghini. You're like a lifesaver if you, so, like, can you do that for me, please, Luxray? Okay, so Luxray's down for the plan, okay, cool, okay, you ready? Okay. Yeah, Luxray, it was really fun. I'm really glad you, oh, hey, Cynthia. Luxray, where do you go? Long time no see. Yeah, I mean, hey, yeah, nothing, I don't have I have a Lamborghini. I mean, it's my Pokédex is so huge. It's like such a big Pokédex. This Pokédex is really big, and after that embarrassing display that will remain online forever, Cynthia gives us some Psyduck medicine to clear our path and move on with our adventure. Like, we can move on from this moment in time. Playing in the mud was fun and all, but we really had to make our way to the Psyduck and help them out by giving them some Advil. And once again, the bombshell herself pops up and asks us to do a favor for her. I agree to help her out with her task. It shouldn't be that hard. Oh, never mind. I forgot the Defog TM. After a quick Google search, then some backtracking, we found Defog, then made our way back, and got to continue our adventure finally. What's up with this franchise and making things like maps and needed items just kind of in the corner? We meet up with Cynthia's grandma, who lore dumps us about history, lakes, mystery, Pokemon, things we've heard 1,000 times over so far in this run. On our way out, we bump into Cyrus, who straight up tells me his whole plan, makes a new world in his image, and asks me to help. He continues to seem more and more like a great guy every time we meet. After all this runaround, we make it to the 5th gym. First, I have to solve some difficult math problems, but I think I make it out okay. Kyle, if you're watching this, I hope you're proud of me. If you're new to the channel, Kyle's the math guy. That's like the only notable thing about his personality. That's so mean and not true at all. They call me the smarticular. I'm so cool. Everyone thinks I'm so smart and awesome. I bet Kyle would be really proud of me. We show off our huge galaxy-sized brains and make our way to the top where we meet Fantina, the ghost-type gym leader. Zeus makes easy work of her Drifblim, but then it was time. Tokoyami gets to take center stage. He's the dark type and exactly what we needed to easily take down the ghost-type gym. Oh, unfortunately he can't withstand a surprise Dazzling Gleam. I don't know if that was in the Gen 4 games. I thought that was in the 6th Gen games. I thought this was a remake, not a new game. Next time, it'll be Tokoyami's chance to shine. Crow comes in and saves the day. Another easy battle, another easy badge, no worries on our end. As we exit the gym and see Cynthia again, we talk with her, and she guides us on our way once again. But this time she seems to be more wary of Team Galactic. I mean, yeah, should have been. They're like flat earthers weaponized. While waiting to find our Beldum, we put Craniotos on our party and train till he evolves in the case we never run into a Beldum. Starting to come into, you know, that's a strong Pokemon. That's probably pretty hard to find. I ran into Lucas's dad again, and this time I do remember him. But I actually messed up.
Hello.
Oh wait, no, never mind. No, I know who you are. I'm sorry. I know who you are. You're the assistant. I'm sorry. It makes it for an even sadder situation. Justice for Lucas's dad, man. He deserves more appreciation. Before taking on the next gym, I'm once again stopped by Herobrine. I learned pretty quickly that Rampardos is pretty underleveled. He manages to take out Herobrine's Staravia, but is completely destroyed by a Heracross. Thankfully, Crow finishes off the rest of the team. We find out our next gym leader will be a guy named Brian.
But does gym leader be so cool too? Brian is so awesome.
Brian Griffin, who turns out to be a Steel-type leader. Luckily, this is the perfect gym for Rampardos, who is still unfortunately still underleveled. However, we gave him a Quick Claw and was able to get around that underleveling at least some of the time. It turns out half the Pokemon in that gym weren't even Steel-type. I don't know why. They weren't. So Rampardos was fainted by the first trainer and had to be pocketed for most of the remaining of the gym. Finally, we make our way to Byron. Brian? Brian, will accept your challenge. Where can I get a margarita around here? Or a martini. Where can I get a martini? Whose leg do you have to hump to get a dry martini around here? That's what Brian says. Oh, he's full of life. Because he has a dry martini around here. Whose leg do you have to hump to get a dry martini around here? Whose leg do you, We send our Rampardos, who sets up with a Stealth Rock, and then takes out his Bronzong. Bonsai then makes quick work of his Steelix, and his final Pokemon was both one that stunned me and upset me. And Shieldon is a Pearl exclusive. Why can't I get one? Out of anger, Bonsai also one taps the Bastiodon, and we earn our next badge. Even if it was a victory, won out of spite and bitterness. I give you this, the Mind Badge. Whose leg do you have to hump to get a Mind Badge around here? Wait. What's that? Oh, the Pokemon Home update. The Pokemon Home. That's the one I've been waiting for. Back when this started, I wanted to drag in some specific Pokemon, but I was unable to because Pokemon Home could not transfer to Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. But today, that changes. Turns out my dream team was no longer a distant hope, but in the palm of my hands. As I mentioned earlier, I either wanted a Shieldon or a Vaporeon, whichever I got first, then settled for a Metagross. There was some team shifting that had to go around. We didn't have a Shieldon, but we had both the others. This meant that we had to say goodbye to two Pokemon, and it was a hard decision to make, but we took off Rampardos, our newest member, and sadly Zeus, because he was our second electric type, and I would much rather have Lulu on our team. With a sad goodbye, we added Vivi the Vaporeon and Beldum to our team. We meet up with Rowan, Lucas, and Herobrine. Rowan then tasks us with going to the lakes to capture the Lake Guardians to help him out with his studies of evolution, though our conversations cut short when an earthquake shakes the ground. On my way out of the building, I had some beef with this nerd-ass NPC. He made me mad. I don't know what it was about him, but he annoyed the hell out of me. He didn't do anything. Who is this fucking dweeb?
Actually, before I do it, I was looking up on a book called Surviving Disasters.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Who the fuck do you think you are? You look like the walking nerd emoji. Fuck you. We find out that the earthquake was caused by a giant explosion at Lake Valor. Herobrine, Lucas, and Rowan go to check on the other lakes as I head to the source of the explosion, of course, with the utmost urgency. Come on, Vaporeon, we have some work to do. Never mind, we had to level up Vivi and Beldum, because apparently that's more urgent than an explosion, which, you know, that's fair, honestly. Originally, I'd planned to leave Beldum as actually just a Beldum, because I really like the whole line, and I've already played with, like, multiple Metagrosses and different run-throughs on other teams before. However, it turns out that Beldum literally doesn't learn any moves, so we decided to evolve him into a Metang. After some epic training, we make our way to Lake Valor and meet up with Commander Catboy, who was the person responsible for the explosion. Commander time! Commander Catboy! Tokoyami takes out his Bronzor, and we believe finally Tokoyami will have the spotlight and take care of Commander Catboy. Let's go. Night Slash. Uh-oh. No! Tokoyami! Why is it whenever I say I'm gonna trust you and then you die? I don't mean it's your fault, it's my fault, but still. Anyways, Crow floors the rest of his team and Commander Catboy runs away, believing he stalled long enough for the other lakes to be taken care of. So, you know where we go next. We meet up with Lucas and Rowan and help them out by taking down Mars. Tokoyami actually does it. He takes care of her team with ease. And my confidence? It's up. It swells even more. Look, I start to become a little cocky. Again and again. Yeah, again and again and again in the future. It'll happen over and over and over. You lost again. However, it turns out their mission was complete. They caught and transferred the lake Pokemon before we even arrived. We had to make our way to the final lake to check on Herobrine to make sure he was doing okay. It was a pretty far journey up into the snowy mountains, and so because of that, we met some goofy, wacky, quirky characters along the way. Who's this fucking guy? Look at this fucking guy up here. Look at the guy right next to my face, right here. Okay? What the fuck is he doing? Two grunts wouldn't let us pass, so we had to move onward. I don't know why we didn't just fight them, because they're criminals, but whatever. I mean, no, that makes sense for the plot, of course. We make our way to Snow Point City, which turns out to be a very unique city. There's nothing here, and that's what makes us unique. What? It's not a city. That's what makes a city unique. Inside the gym, we learn quickly that the Steel-type gym was an omen. An omen that all future gyms were just as inconsistent as it was. Which means that the preparation is pretty much out the door for us now. There's just no point in that. Ace Trainer Sergio and set out Floatzel. That's not a nice type. We struggled here for a while, and it wasn't because of the battling. Look, just watch. Alright, so like this, and he's like, instruct me. Now it's there. Oh. What am I doing? I'm so confused. Imagine that is that is a possible ending. Hey mom, I couldn't figure out the snow challenge. I'm done. I give up. I was doing great. We were winning. We didn't lose any battles, but the mental battles couldn't do. We finally make our way to Candace, and after our training in the snow with Matang, he takes the lead with the assistance of Crow and Bonsai for some random non-ice Pokemon. We make it to our last Pokemon, Obama, who uses a surprise earthquake and takes down Matang. Tokoyami comes in and takes on the last bit of health remaining, and we win the next gym badge. Even if it was easy, I was still pretty salty because of the non-ice type Pokemon. Fuck you. Fuck you, cringe. Stupid. Dead. I win. I must say, I've warmed up to you. Might even admire you a little. I don't. I think your gym's a scam. We finally get to the lake and meet up with Herobrine, who lost his battle, and the final lake Pokemon. It slips out the location of their HQ is in Veilstone City, and that's precisely where we make our way to next. Rather than flying there, we decide to head down on foot to train up, as we were just slightly underleveled for the previous gym. What's fun about winter? Number 1, skiing. Number 2, Pokemon. Number 3, skiing again. Number 2, snowboarding. Number 5, campfires. Number 6, snowboarding again. Number 8, third time's a charm, skiing. Number 9, 7. Number 10, the cold. I made my way through the HQ and I found out these guys are actually pretty fucking funny. I don't know why you're stealing Pokemon and not doing comedy stand-up acts. The locked doors only open with a special key. Now, if I was a comedy relief sort of bad guy, I'd tell you where the key is, but really, I don't know. Okay, fourth wall guy. Are you enjoying your unescorted, unauthorized, and unsettling tour of our HQ? It really doesn't take long at all, but we make our way to Cyrus. And, huh? He's a Murkrow? I mean... Alright, old man. Okay. I mean, okay. I really don't get the hardest game ever sentimentality. This was just easy. It really didn't help that Cyrus was just weird. I have abandoned all emotions as useless sentimentality. Okay, Doomer. Holy fuck, what is this fucking Doomer-ass mentality? Go back to Reddit. But that doesn't matter. I doubt you'll ever understand my position. I was rejected by a girl when I was 15, and I vowed to never love again. After another battle with Commander Catboy, whom I mentioned was just as easy as last time, we rescue the lake Pokemon and make our way to the next part of our journey, the next gym. Never mind, I guess not. The fight against Team Galactic continues as we have to head to Mount Cornet. I can't tell you how long this process took, because I refused to watch all that footage, but it took a very long time, and I kept saying, oh, I won't end the stream till we get to the top. And the top would never come, and then I was being stupid and using ineffective moves! And I thought, oh, certainly it'll be quicker than just switching out. No, it never was. I swear, I doubled my time getting up the mountain by just using ineffective moves, because I didn't want to swap out. I'm stupid, okay? Out of breath and exhausted, we meet up with Cyrus, who uses a chain to summon, might I add, the greatest legendary Pokemon, Dialga. Before getting to Cyrus, Jupiter and Mars, of course, corner me into a battle. But Herobrine comes to the rescue and gets his much needed rematch. He and I have a legendary 2-on-2 against Jupiter and Mars. I was honestly fucking hyped for this moment. This was cool. Yo, me and Herobrine Pog? Dude, that's fucking cool. He came out of fucking nowhere. He is the hero coming in the nick of time. Lulu, Crow, Munchlax, and Infernape completely destroy Mars and Jupiter. Herobrine and I stand tall as an undefeatable duo. But we are too late. A new galaxy starts to form around Dialga, and Cyrus seems to be the victor. But it turns out, our good deeds do not come unreturned, and the lake Pokemon reappear to free Dialga. Bee. Beh. Puh. Whoa, they doing a dance. Alright. Are they breaking the chains? Fuck yeah. Dude, that was fucking awesome. Aw. Hello. Why would Mesprit, the Pokemon like Verity, appear by your side? But never mind that. It's all destroyed. My galaxy is gone. I won't allow this. I will capture those three again and craft another red chain. But before I even think about that, I'm going to completely crush you. After Cyrus's mental breakdown, we battle again. The battle goes pretty smoothly, per usual, with Lulu, Crow, and Tokoyami all taking the lead. However, this match comes down to one ultimate final battle, Crow v. Crow. Send out, oh, the battle. The ultimate battle, actually. It's not a question of who will win, but when we win, and we take them down easy. Our Pokemon are literally unstoppable. My confidence is like the highest it's probably ever been in my life, and I still think it could probably be a bit higher. We one-shot Dialga, which is fucking nuts. That shows our strength, but it wasn't the outcome I wanted, so we re-attempted the battle and caught him very fast. Originally, we planned to use a Timer Ball, but we didn't even need that. His name is Sparkles. Yay! Sparkles! Before Cyrus left, he stated he would be back and become a deity one day. Mark his words. From this point, I was sure he would be returning one last time. Maybe right after the Elite Four? Right before the champion? Kind of like how Chairman Rose showed up right before we fought Leon. It didn't help that after the battle with Dialga, Rowan pretty much said nobody has the right to take away anyone's future. Look, I was positive he'd be returning. Spoiler, he doesn't. I keep asking when he'll return for the rest of the playthrough, so I'll cut that out for your sanity. We make our way to the next gym, and we meet up with Flint. Fire type, yeah. Flint, fire, yeah. I got it. He asked me to take on the gym leader to bring his spark back. Get it? You can see what I did there? Because he's the electric type. Like, it was electric, spark, you know? These amazing jokes are why I'm called the Comedy Man after all. And if you want more Comedy Man, you should subscribe. Turns out this gym, just like the previous two, don't use electrics half the time. That's not an electric type. That is not an electric type. That is not an electric type. The worst part about this gym, however, is its goddamn puzzles. Not that the puzzles were particularly hard, but the visual made it seem like I was doing something wrong. And for an entire 5 to 10 minutes, I was running in circles because I thought I couldn't pass an electric fence. What? I can just... Oh my fucking god, I thought that was a barrier. I'm so fucking stupid, bro. After battling the hardest enemy in the entire game, my brain, we finally come face to face with Volkner. However, this time, I was ready. The past gyms have taught me to expect the unexpected, and to prepare for any random Pokemon that has nothing to do with the actual type. Bonsai absolutely crushed it in this gym with Earthquake against electric types, and his random Pokemon was an Octillery, who was also one-shot because he was a water type. Aipom had no direct counters, but the Earthquake did the job. His final Pokemon was a Luxray. I knew Volkner from Pokemon Masters, so I wasn't surprised by this. While Bonsai could one-shot him, that wasn't his job. This was a battle for Lulu v Luxray. This battle actually turned out to be a bit of an issue. It's because his Luxray learned Crunch, when neither of us should know that move yet, might I add. Luxray was using Bite instead, and so it was a bit of a desperate battle, but I wouldn't let Luxray lose. 8 gyms in, and most of the way through the entire video, I should probably mention the rules I put into this playthrough. You know, because it's always good writing to Expedition Dump near the end. While this wasn't a Nuzlocke per se, it wasn't. There was a soft rule I put on for potion and item use. Items and potions weren't allowed unless the enemy used them, and luckily, Volkner did. Many times. Over and over. There were some other personal rules I added, but none of them really affected the playthrough like this rule did. We also used set mode instead of switch mode, but ignoring that, the healing potions meant it was just a stamina battle. And that's one Lulu could easily outlast. So we won. You got me beat. Your desire and noble way of Pokemon battled, and whatever. I even felt thrilled during our match. I can tell it in your expression. You seem very thrilled. What did he say? Now it was just time for Cyrus. Or so I thought, but like I mentioned, nope, that was it for him. Like, I kept worried every step I made closer to the Elite Four that I'd see him again, but no. That meant Victory Road was a very stressful time, where I kept expecting the story to be longer, for him to pop out, but no, not at all. There was no reason I should have expected that, apparently. Despite the "I'll be back" thing he said. To prepare for Cyrus and the Elite Four, expecting potion spamming, we loaded up ourselves a whole 10 potions and 6 revives. I was at the end of the game. I don't know why I was so stingy with my money for some reason. Whatever. I mean, it's fine. On our path to Victory Road, Lulu learned Crunch, and through our last battle, it showed just how important it was to have. We absolutely fly through Victory Road and make it to the Pokemon League. Just before we enter, Herobrine takes us on for one final battle. Crow takes a lead, but we end up swapping him out for Tokoyami. Finally, this is Tokoyami's moment. He can show us just how strong he...
Ooh, you're Infernape. Very nice. You know what I have? A single Tokoyami. Oh, why does this always happen to our Absol? Why is it always the Absol? Why is it always Absol?
We bring up Bonsai and it comes down to the ultimate final Pokemon duel with him and Infernape. Starter versus starter. The ultimate test of how far we've come from when we stole them from a briefcase. Remember, we stole these Pokemon, to battling each other to see who takes on the Pokemon League. With one simple Earthquake, it's all said and done, and Infernape faints. And then he sent out a Snorlax, but for the sake of the story, that's not as interesting. So, we head to the Pokemon League! Our first opponent is Aaron. He wasn't that interesting to me till I found out he was a Chad bug-type user. Bro's cooler and goes way harder than you ever will. Going into the league, we developed a plan and had these setup moves to completely crush it. I'll reveal bits and pieces of my plan as we make our way through. The first way I wanted to start off every battle was with Bonsai, who'd start with Leech Seed before being swapped out for another Pokemon. All that went according to plan, and we sent out Crow. He takes up the majority of Aaron's team, but unfortunately is taken out by his ace, which is a Drapion, using a Night Slash. It slips my mind completely, but I sent out Metang to get revenge. Forgetting Metang is Psychic, and Aaron's last move was Dark.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Nothing. After Crow faints, not Metang, because Metang we would never send Metang out in a battle like this. We send out Vivi, who saves the day with Nice Beam. While we were hoping this would be Crow's time to shine, he has shown his strength time and time again, and he's shined brightly many times. There is no doubt of his strength. Despite this, our victory was well fought, and our confidence was still soaring high. However, that confidence is put to its test here. Our next opponent is Bertha, the ground-type Elite Four member. This time we knew it. It was Bonsai's time to shine. Unfortunately, he gets poisoned by Quagsire immediately, but that means nothing to our boy. He crushes the floor with Quagsire, and his next opponent is a Whiscash, who destroys him with a single ice beam. But Metang takes out Whiscash, and Vivi takes out Golem. But this time, it had to be it. It's time for Tokoyami to be the star of this battle. He hasn't had the chance to yet, at least nothing of this scale, and I believe in my boy. Oh, never mind. Again, he gets one shot by a Sudowoodo. Great. Could this be Tokoyami's real moment? Nope, it wasn't its moment. It surely wasn't. God fucking damn it. Luckily, Metang pulls through and takes out Sudowoodo despite his weakness to ground types. However, it turns out she is another Pokemon, a Hippowdon. With Metang and Lulu being the only ones left, things were looking a bit shaky. For the first time in this playthrough, I was caught on my guard, and the confidence started to crack, and with it, so did my mind. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not good. That's also not good. It couldn't have gone worse. I was actually fearing I might lose this battle. We send out Vivi, who's down half of its health because of a revive, and it's going against an entire Hippowdon who's pretty much full. So, it all comes down to who attacks first. And Hydro Pump, go first. Please get through it. Yes! Yes, Vivi, you did it again! Twice in a row, you saved us from utter defeat. Vivi's really become the ace on our team. For the second time in a row, Vivi pulls us through to the edge of victory. It was close. It was really close. Our next battle was face-to-face with Flint, the Fire-type user. We met him before, and we knew to plan for him. We rearranged our team with Vivi leading and Crow coming behind, knowing Bonsai and Metang would both struggle here, and if he has an Infernape, so would Tokoyami and Lulu, which means only 2 of our Pokemon are actually viable for this battle. Originally, we planned each battle would be someone's time to shine. First it would be Crow, then it would be Bonsai. Of course, neither of those things worked out, and Vive saved the day. But this one, we knew who it was, and this was all Vivi. Just like Leech Seed, the other part of my plan was to make sure to give Vivi an Aqua Ring since it's a tanky Pokemon. So we start off the battle just like that. Rapidash, and Steelix, and Lopunny. Why? Anyways, the first 3 fire types we face are each one shot by Vivi. Let's go! Oh, we're fucking killing the fire one. Oh yeah. Our confidence was back, baby. And who was his next Pokemon? It was a Drifblim. What the fuck? I thought you were fire. What the hell is going on? Unfortunately, Drifblim burns and Baton passes to Infernape, who is barely touched by the Ice Beam, of course. Attempting to use Surf, we get Lightning Punch in the face. And miss the Surf entirely. We swap out Vivi for Tokoyami, who gets one shot again. Lulu comes out to take down the Infernape and the Drifblim with ease. The one time I was expecting it to be Vivi's time to shine was the one time it wasn't. And instead it was Lulu who got to show their strength. We won! We won without a single loss this time! Oh wait, never mind, I forgot Tokoyami. Alright guys, this is it. The final of the Elite Four is a Psychic type trainer named Lucian. Vivi takes out Mr. Mime and has a close encounter with death as it dodges Giraffrig's Lightning Bolt. We swap out for Tokoyami, despite being a Dark type and being super effective against the team. Tokoyami faints again. Lulu takes out Giraffrig with a Crunch, Crow takes out Medicham with a Shadow Ball, and Metang takes out Alakazam. But, as I'm once again sitting 5 Pokemon down, I'm a little shattered. The wounds from the battle with Bertha have opened once again. I'm like, kind of panicking? Because I did not go in with like full preparation, I guess. I also have never done this before. I didn't know what to expect. All I knew was the Flint Coal guy, which we did the best against because we knew what we were kind of up against until we pulled out a balloon. Let me tell you some cool information I didn't know going into this. Turns out, in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, all gym leaders, the Elite Four, and Cynthia's Pokemon are all EV trained, have unique items, and competitive movesets. I just wanted to show that, like, it's totally okay that I'm struggling in this game because of that. And it's also because I was really awesome and flew through the rest of the game because I'm awesome and epic and funny and cool and swag. Anyways, to our biggest surprise, Bonsai is the shining star of this battle and takes out Bronzong. After beating the Elite Four, I'm in awe. Not that I beat them, or that I'm fighting Cynthia, or that I almost lost. It's actually that I don't have to face Cyrus again. I mean, I told you, I was positive he would return, and I thought it would be right here.
Now, go on. Step through the doorway to your final battle.
Wait, so we don't have to interact with Team Galactic again? What? I mean, fair enough. We heal up our team, but we're incredibly low on items, so we just have one potion, that being a Hyper Potion, left going into this battle. Well, 2 of our Pokemon aren't even at max HP going in. I have no idea what Cynthia's team consists of besides her infamous Garchomp, and our confidence was a bit bruised and battered, but we knew this was it, and there was no point in hesitation. Even with the limited items we had on hand, and the obvious adoration I had for Cynthia, I was ready for this battle.
Hi, Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia.
The battle starts, and Cynthia sends out a Spirit Tomb, and I send out Crow. I use a Ghost-type move on it, and it's not super effective. What type is Spirit Tomb? What is it weak to? Spirit Tomb takes out both Crow and Metang, and we're actually off to a pretty bad start. Like, a really bad start. Lulu is cut down to low health, but it's about to deliver the final blow on Spiritomb, but it's switched out for a Gastrodon. We switch out for Bonsai and miss several times, which is really, really awesome. You remember that confidence that's been building up the whole game? Well, yeah, no, it's really starting to fall apart. Everything is just falling apart right now.
This is terrible. My whole plan's gone to ruin. I'm lacking so much confidence after the Elite Four.
Eventually, Bonsai takes out Gastrodon, but is cornered by Cynthia's Melodic. But we'll be fine. I mean, it's a water type, right?
Oh my god. Is she gonna resend out Spiritomb? Melodic! Why are you sending out your water types against me? What are your plans?
Oh no, Melodic uses a nice type move, and also Melodic outspeeds Tokoyami, and it outspeeds Lulu. It's clear this wasn't just the lack of health or potions, but there was something else wrong on our team. It turns out Vivi's just barely properly leveled for the battle, and the rest are all slightly, or very, underleveled, which isn't good, especially when it's highly recommended to go into Cynthia with a level 70 team. For reference, we were sitting with 60, and at most a 66. And once again, it's down to one Pokemon, Vivi versus Melodic. Between Vivi's Aqua Ring and Water Absorbability, Metolic can't do much damage to us besides Ice Beam and Mirror Coat. With this, we had enough time to revive all of my team. Literally all of them. But because we had no healing, they were all at half health and absolutely in one-shot range. I'm gonna be honest, I can't express how long it took to battle Cynthia. You would not believe me. Vivi versus Melodic was the bulk of the fight. Cynthia slammed so many potions and recovers that she literally ran out of moves. Vivi's Aqua Ring and Water Absorb also kept it from taking any damage. So this meant there were countless times I just had to keep PP boosting myself, and it was really exhausting. This battle, I kid you not, with the bulk of it being here, took over 45 minutes. After an excruciating amount of time, we decided to throw an X special attack on Vivi and finally took out the Melodic. I know, but special attacks are cheap. Do you think I care? My pride is on the line here. I'm not gonna lose. Cynthia then sent out a Roserade, and thankfully, Vivi's Ice Beam was able to make quick work of that. So, we're all good. Hydro Pump took out the remaining health of Spiritomb and her Lucario. For the first time in this whole battle, I'm back to feeling confident.
Okay. Oh my god, I think we're gonna win. It just comes down to Garchomp.
Garchomp Swords Dance and Vivi Hydro Pump. Garchomp was brought to the red, one shot from victory. And on the last attack, Cynthia full healed, and Vivi's Hydro Pump missed. Garchomp was now at max HP and already had one Swords Dance under its belt. And Vivi was out of Hydro Pumps. We sacked Tokoyami to switch in for Crow so we could use our last potion on Vivi. Crow fainted and the Hyper Potion wasn't enough. Vivi was one-tapped. Banzai then came out and was able to take down Garchomp to really low HP. We revive Vivi again and plant Leech Seed, but Cynthia full healed again. At this point, the heals and sword dances piled up on us. One after another, our members fell. Luckily, we found one singular max potion in our inventory, and we revived Banzai to max health for one last battle. This was it. Banzai was able to get Garchomp low, and Garchomp was able to get Banzai low. Both in the reds, Banzai uses Synthesis, and we're Cynthia used another max potion, and she cuts down Banzai, and for the first time, we black out. We lost. Immediately, we're attacked by wild Starlies. We pick apart our second catch, first added to our team. There was Shatsubat, another, might I mention, temporary. We found our way to the Grand Underground and stumbled into an Absol? We added Vivi, the Vaporeon, and Beldum to our team. But I wouldn't go down easy. When you lose, the game gives you the option to battle her again. This allows you to buy items, full heal, and even skip the Elite Four so you can go in with full HP. But where's the spirit in that? We reset our game and load it to right before the battle began. Back on low HP and with no potions, we attempt it again. This time though, our confidence is destroyed. We lost. Horribly, might I add. We revived our Pokemon so many times that if revives were off, or if this were a Nuzlocke, we would have been annihilated within maybe 5 minutes. And even with revives being allowed, we still lost. Was all that confidence undeserved? Did I do my team wrong and train them poorly? Did I use the wrong moves? Were we even worthy of becoming a champion? It wasn't just a slight lack of confidence. I genuinely doubted that this was even possible for us to beat. For the first time since this game started, we took a step back. We analyzed and came up with a plan. This time, however, we'd be much more cautious. We start out with Vivi and attack Spiritomb, who is quickly returned and swapped for Gastrodon, who we one-tap with Banzai. Melodic is sent out to stop Banzai, but we already knew this would happen. We bring out Vivi again, who does the same back and forth as we did last time. We bring up Vivi's strength, get Aqua Ring going, yada yada yada, exactly what we did last time. With us being so underleveled, X items were probably our best and probably only bet to deal with a powered-up, EV-trained, over-leveled Garchomp. Vivi was given the X special attack to counter this. Was it cheating? Probably. Do I care? A little. Do I stay up at night wondering if I'll ever find true happiness? All the time. So yeah, we used it, and after more back and forth, we took out Melodic. Our plan was pretty simple. Vivi would come out first to do as much damage as possible to Spiritomb, who would be switched out for some Pokemon. It happened to be Gastrodon, who we pulled up Banzai for. We knew we were going to swap out Vivi as soon as Spiritomb swaps to keep Vivi at high health and enough moves to deal with Melodic's heal spamming. We also knew whenever Banzai killed Gastrodon, that Melodic would come out and take care of him, since we knew Melodic had Ice Beam. After using Vivi's X special attack from last time, we could take care of Roserade, Spiritomb, and Lucario, which of course were all successful this time as well. That way when we get to Garchomp, we'd be full of revives, and any healing items that we still had on us. All of the revives and healing would be put to keeping Banzai alive as long as possible, since this was the only one who resisted Garchomp's attacks. Our plan was working perfectly, and out came the Garchomp. It was now or never. We knew we had to sack Vivi here, for the sake of pulling out Banzai without him taking any damage. So we attacked with Hydro Pump once again, knowing it wouldn't kill as Garchomp had already lived through it once in our previous battle. Regardless of the fact that he'd just survive it, we knew he was already faster than Vivi, who was also low on health. Garchomp attacks, and there go— Wait! What's poppin', Garchomp? We don't want you to get that attack up, so let's just fucking knock it out of the park. Oh, you're attacking off the bat. Interesting. We might have won! Wait, holy shit, we might have just won. Vivi toughed it out! Vivi toughed it out! On 1 HP, eye to eye with the strongest and hardest Pokemon in any Pokemon game, Vivi steps forward and attacks. Of course it won't kill him, but it will have definitely helped their chances. But toughing it out wasn't all Vivi had. Vivi proceeds to land a critical hit on Garchomp and takes him out. Go Vaporeon, hit it with all you got. Go, go, go! My whole strategy didn't matter. I still can't believe it. There was never a point not to trust our team. Our bond with Vivi and the rest of our team is what brought us to victory. From stealing a Turtwig in a briefcase and fighting a Starly, to taking out the hardest team in all of Pokemon history. We'd come so far. Vivi was a Pokemon I wanted to add from the start, but it ended up being a bit of a last-minute addition to the team since Pokemon Home didn't update till right after we completed the 6th gym badge. Who would have guessed that he would have become the star and the savior of our team time and time again? I promise you I certainly didn't. While my confidence was still pretty heavily shot, my indecisiveness and lack of trust in myself began to heal, even if just a little bit. Cynthia and Rowan take us to the Hall of Fame where me and my team will be commemorated forever. Bonsai, our starter, who would serve as the tank and sturdy base of our team. Lulu, our first caught, and the one who'd tough it out when we needed him most. Crow, the catcher we didn't intend on keeping, but became a core member and a heavy hitter of our team. Matang, our shiny metal boy in steel, and the one who'd cover many missing holes we had in our team, saving us time and time again. Tokoyami was the Pokemon to ever exist. I'll still love it regardless of its struggles, but it did play an important role to stall and switch, and it was also surprisingly powerful at times, when it could land a hit. And lastly, Vivi, the heart and soul of our team, the one whose spirit even shook my own doubts and brought us to victory. And that's pretty much it. This was the story of my first time going through the Diamond and Pearl games, and it was a blast. This again was the era where I got really into the anime and cards as a kid, so it was nice being able to finally play the games where I was so familiar with many of the characters and places. We even got to use such a unique team with Pokemon who I love and don't normally get to use. I know not everyone liked this game, but for me, I finally got to experience Diamond and Pearl to its fullest. And for that, I loved Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. If you haven't, any shares, likes, comments, and subscribes really help me out. These take a long time to make, and I'd love to do more videos like this. So, if you'd like to watch the whole playthrough and see the wacky jokes that didn't make it on here, feel free to check it out on my second channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on our next adventure.